I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
This nigga just don't know what he getting himself into.
Ooh.
Oh. This nigga I'm playing right now. Oh no! Oh, I know they didn't.
Sweet.
Boy, the man added Antonio Brown on his bitch head.
Y'all watching the game? Yeah.
Y'all boys, man, they really added Antonio Brown on this bitch.
Son of part of the team.
Big ol' bang, yeah. Big ol' bang, yeah.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing down. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Everybody just have a seat.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. First carry for their fullback. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 34-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch him by surprise.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Here's a screen to Powell. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
third and long. It's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jason Pierre-Paul with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
55-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Steelers.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
19-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Their own 16-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 59 yards. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. And a quick throw here that's complete.
Rodgers.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. A 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by K.T.G.
Nah, no, he ain't.
And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
They'll take over.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
4 yards on the pickup.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he dropped it about the 11 after only a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert. All the plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
I'm going to miss twice.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Yeah.
From the gun, Jackson complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
I like how you're feeling right now, Liz. I love how you're feeling right now, Liz.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
this thing play with the ball too,
right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive,
Rodgers.
that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll contain him to just
No, I ever saw somebody run straight slant.
And he'll look downfield for Wallace. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On second down and 4, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Operating from the gun.
I'm really about
Jackson.
I can't play niggas like this. I can't. He's staying right straight. Screens and slants.
Couldn't hang on 3rd
That's
down.
it.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight. Forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Man, take the whole
Incomplete pass on that last play. That means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's to the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Peterson, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Rodgers. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 47.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful, because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now the Steelers use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Man, them boys ain't fucking...
sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
What are your feet and your shoes?
The third quarter starts with a run by Peterson. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Rodgers pass. Complete.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Steelers' 25-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
Come on.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Put it all down. Yeah. I see tall man, tall man.
From the gun, Jackson.
Yeah, they're going to pull my fucking phone.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
This will be fielded at the 17. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
39-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On the give, this is their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
That's the
back of the end zone, incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
AFC now he back to running the ball, and then the score tied. Been up 22. Been having 22 since I don't know how long.
Throwing it in here on 2nd down, this time complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Rodgers now on first down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Cut.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Ravens 9.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And we're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Let's go.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
Man,
and this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Man, couldn't.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
He running all these slants. Nigga bumped the fuck out of
this D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
This man
McManus's point after is good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Boy, what?
And they will not get a chance to return this one
tall,
as it's
man,
through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in
and my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a handoff looking right. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He's tackled.
I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The quick feet, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown.
22 yards. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl.
Them niggas just didn't want to win, man.
You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer.
That was that bitch get. That was the fuck you get. Running all them checkdowns, huh, bitch? You just made that boy.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35.
Get off my dick.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. Right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They go play action with Jackson. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jalen Smith able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. The Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. And a throw there going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target. Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line. Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy. No, that's you, partner. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 98 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And that's the type of play that will give your sideline some juice. A long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call. Even more credit for how they executed it.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
He was taken down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Taken down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Play action. Now Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And McManus able to put it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Rodgers now on first down. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he's got his man in stride. incomplete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
I love it.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Snags it for the pick. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, two-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stick.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Bud Dupree picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And that will be incomplete.
Good game, Liz.
As time
Man, I
has
should have been
run
in that
out
game.
on this football game. So Charles, so
way
close on
earlier,
one side to
son.
getting
Way
to that Super
earlier.
Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough, because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again, because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.
Picks.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
I ain't tripping. Next year I'm gonna be ready. Well, next season. I lost the one user game that really counted the most. Man, I lost one user game, bro. One user game.